Good morning everyone. Today we will be doing the sum from the new exercise that we were discussing yesterday. But before that we will be doing two sums somebody asked me from exercise 3.3. The question number 3, and it was asked there, what is the domain of the function given by fx is equal to 1 upon 3 minus 2 sin x. For domain of the trigonometric functions for sin x, we can assign any value to this x. The value given to this x give you the domain. So here we say that x belongs to R, means any value you can give. This for getting the domain, right? We write for fx to be real, 3 minus 2 sin x should not be equal to 0. Correct? That means 3 sin x should not be equal to, 2 sin x should not be equal to 3, means sin x should not be equal to 3 by 2. And we know that, what we know? We know that minus 1 is less than equal to sin x is less than equal to 1. For any value of x, the range of sign is in between minus 1 and 1. It oscillates in between minus 1 and 1. Maximum value is 1, minimum value is minus 1. So it can never have the value 3 by 2. And so this implies that 3 minus 2 sin x this will be minus 3 by 2. So this value will not be there, is not equal to 0 for all x belonging to R, means whatever value will give here to x, we will not have the value 0 in the denominator. This implies, so because x belongs to R, so domain of the function belongs to R. R means we can assign any value to this x, because this will not be becoming 0. So we can assign any value to x. So the domain of the function will be equal to R. Next question is fourth question, and it was asked there fx equal to 2 minus 3 cos x. We have to find the range of this function. Now how to find the range? How to find the range here? To find the range, firstly we start with cos x. Since minus 1 is less than equal to cos x is less than equal to 1. This is the maximum and minimum value of cos x. Now we multiply all by minus 3. As soon as I multiply with minus sign here with our minus digit, these two sign gets changed. So here it is minus 1, so it will be plus 1. Here 2 is also there, so we will add 2 to so this is 5 is greater than, and this is nothing but fx. This one we have got 5 is greater than fx is greater than equal to minus 1. Here whenever you are putting the value of x, this give you domain. Whenever you are finding the value of fx, that give you range. So range of the function equal to -1 to 5. This is the answer. You can check your answer. Likewise, like this only we have to do the other one. It is 2 plus 5 sine 3x. So here we will write sin x, because the value of sin x, the minimum value of sin x is also -1 and 1. Then we have to multiply with, what we have to do? Multiply with 5. So here 5 sine, this is 3x. 5 sine 3x less than equal to 5 and less than equal to -1. Now what we have to do? 2 is also there. 2 plus 5 sine 3x less than equal to, then here we put -1 plus 2 and 5 plus 2. Here it will be 1 and here it will be how much? We have got 1 and 7. Here it should be -5, -5. So here it should be -3, not 1. Because when we are multiplying by 5, so all will be getting multiplied by 5. This will be getting multiplied by 5, this will be getting multiplied by 5, and this also we have multiplied all by 5. So -5 plus 2, -3. So range of the function here will be this one. Now we come to the exercise 3.5. Okay, because 3.4 is not there in your course, so that's why we will be starting the 3.5. Graphs are not there in your course as per the reduced syllabus. Now what it is they are asking you find the value of, first question, find the value of sine pi plus x, sine pi minus x into cosec square x. So again you make this one plus sign, right here 0, right here pi by 2, pi and 3 pi by 2, and here 2 pi. Now sine pi plus, so this is pi plus x more than pi, this is pi minus x, less than pi. This is pi by 2 plus x more than pi by 2, and pi by 2 minus x less than pi by 2. Correct? Here also we can write 3 pi by 2 minus x less than 3 pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2 plus x more than 3 pi by 2, and this is 2 pi minus x. This is which one? This is less than 2 pi. So this is first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and this is fourth quadrant. So this we are having. This is first, second, third, fourth we are having. Now sin pi plus x, there is no change in trigonometric function when we are moving from here to here or here to here. Likewise here to here and here to here, there is no change in trigonometric function. So this will be, but this is which quadrant? This is third quadrant. So here we will write minus sin x. Sin pi minus x, this is second quadrant. So into sin x into cos square x, cosec square x. So this is minus sin square x, and we are knowing that cosec is the reciprocal of sin, so we can write sin square x. So this is minus 1. The value of the expression will be minus 1. Next one, question number 2. What it is? Cos 210 degree. What is the value of 210? 210 we can write as cos 180 degree plus 30. This is in which quadrant? 180 plus. 180 plus means third quadrant, and in third quadrant it is minus cos theta. Theta means this is theta. So minus cos 30, and what is the value of minus cos 30? Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So minus root 3 by 2. Next, 10 third part. 10 330 degree. 330 means 10 360. How much should I subtract? 30. And 330 is 2 pi. 2 pi means this 360. 360 minus 30. It will be which quadrant? 360 minus 30 will be fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, 10 is 10. 360 plus theta, 360 minus theta will not change your trigonometric function. So here it will be minus 1030, and 1030 is minus 1 by under root 3. Then we are having fifth question. Fifth part, cos minus 870 degree. Okay. We are knowing firstly since cos minus theta equal to cos theta, this cos minus sign does not come with cos, so this equal to cos is 70. Now we have to do it. 2 pi. What is 2 pi? 2 pi is this one. We can write cos 720 plus how much should I add? 150. All the angles we should have in between 0 to 90 degree. So here it is cos 150 degree. Why 720? See, 720 means 1 circle, 2 circle and plus. Plus means which quadrant? First quadrant. So this is in first quadrant. Now if I see this angle is cos 150. Again I have to write cos 180 minus 30. 180 minus 30 will be in which quadrant? Second quadrant. So minus cos 30. Here it is minus root 3 by 2. Now we can check the answer. It is correct. Next one is sine 19 pi by 4. Sine 19 pi by 4, it can be written as sine 16 pi plus or 20 pi. We can write 20 pi minus pi by 4. This is sine how much pi? 5 pi. Or better it will be, you take it, because it will be giving you confusion, you take it 16 minus 3 pi. Afterwards we can do. This is 16 minus 3 pi. So 16 means this is 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi. So here firstly we can have 4 pi minus 3 pi by 4. So how much it will be? 2 pi, 4 pi, and minus means here. So which quadrant it is? Fourth quadrant. So minus sine 3 pi by 4. 3 pi by 4 is less than pi because this is a proper fraction. So minus sine, here we will write pi minus pi by 4. This we can write as why? Because we need the angles in between 0 to 90 degree. So here this is minus sine pi by 4. Why? Because this is second quadrant and the sign of sine theta will not get changed. So here it is minus 1 upon root 2. This is 3 pi by 4. One mistake. Again check what the thing we have done. This is plus. This is plus. So this one will be in which quadrant? This one will be not in the fourth quadrant. This one will be in first quadrant. First quadrant why? 2 pi, 4 pi and here. It will be in first quadrant. So this will be plus, plus, plus and plus. Here it will be plus. Answer will be plus 1 by root 2. Note this. So here 16 plus 3 is 19. So answer will be Now it is correct. Now we can, this was 7th part. Now see, we will be doing question number 3. What is there in question number 3? That sine square pi by 6 plus cos square pi by 3 minus tan square pi by 4. This is given to us and we have to find the value of the trigonometric function. So here we can write sine pi by 6 whole square plus cos pi by 3 whole square minus tan pi by 4 whole square. Sine pi by 6, pi is 180, 180 divided by 6 is sine 30. The value of sine 30 is 1 by 2 whole square plus this is cos 60. Cos 60 value is 1 by 2 whole square and this is 1 whole square. What it is? 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 minus 1. 1 by 2 minus 1 equal to minus 1 by 2. Now check the answer. So this is the answer for question number 3. So we will be doing further question in the next session from this exercise only. Try to do the question on your own and try to understand the concept. If anyhow you are finding difficulty in finding the understanding, in finding the values of all these one, do tell. If any difficulty is there, we can start is again with the new note or I can explain it again. So I wish that you should write there in the comment box if any problem is coming. So till the next session, bye bye.